So, yeah, basically, with all the, like, anti-Lin Dunn stuff, it's very clear Lin Dunn, well, not very clear, it does seem to be quite clear that Lin Dunn is out here actually defending Caitlin Clark, defending her player, which is something that, I'm not gonna lie, something that I like to see. Do I think she's been completely incompetent as far as GM is concerned? Yeah. But, like, has she defended her player? It seems like it. Before we get on to it, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We're trying to hit 25.4k by the end of the day. 0.4k by the end of the day. We are only 31 subscribers off that. If we could do that, that would be insane. But this is from it's from Dan Danich, and I'm not gonna lie, like, not a fan of this entire like section. Like, if you, again, anyone's allowed to say what they want, just not the biggest fan of some of the personal attacks he made on some WNBA players, but look, it is what it is. It is what it is. But very, very clear point. Like, he's someone who has Lin Dunn on his podcast a lot, and basically he said, this is from his words, that someone in the Fever tried, basically, Caitlin Clark has been called a white B word so many times, which, again, I'm pretty sure something similar was what, to be fair, like, how much trouble, what's his name, Pat McAfee got for saying that. And also, something similar was said to Luka Doncic. And did Montrezl Harrell get suspended for it, maybe? But, like, apparently it got so bad that she was called that so much that someone went to the league to stop it. And that's what he said. And then he says this.
Thank God for Lin Dunn going to the WNBA to straighten this out, because it wasn't getting straightened out.
And that was obviously the white B word being used as an insult towards Caitlin Clark, which, look, that's not right. Like, that is just straight up not right. And fair play to Lin Dunn. And I also saw there being another video where something, I didn't see the original clip, but it was him talking to Lin Dunn, where Dan Danich mentioned something about Caitlin Clark saying that she didn't feel like she was getting enough communication on the court. And he was like, oh, is this about the coach, or what's this about? And I didn't see that clip. I've seen, look, as somebody that let's be real, as much as I want to talk about other stuff, Caitlin Clark, I've made, 4 videos today, non-Caitlin Clark. I can guarantee you the Caitlin Clark videos get the most views. I've seen every one of these clips, because if I can make a video on it, I will. And if I can make an anti-Christy Sides video, I will. But I didn't even see that. And then Lin Dunn literally said in the response, being like, I need to go and talk with the basically, I need to talk with the coaches to understand what that actually meant. But it does seem like there is an effort now. And maybe it was Lin Dunn at the start didn't believe the hype. Because there are people that didn't, especially after the first couple of games. There are people that did not believe the hype when it came to Caitlin Clark. And look, that's fine. I've always said it. It is completely fine to not believe the hype. If you've seen a player like this, just like when Wemby came in, I was one of the biggest Wemby fans you will see. I was a Wemby truther. People killed me on social media for being a Wemby truther. I thought Wemby was going to be as good as he has been his rookie year. And people were just like, no, you're just hyping him up to hype him up. He's not actually that good. And then by the end of the rookie year, it's like, there's nobody saying Wemby's not that good anymore. Just like I don't think anyone in good faith can say that Caitlin Clark's not that good anymore. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Lin Dunn. And again, if you listen to like the way Lin Dunn's talked about Caitlin Clark on a lot of interview clips, and a lot of the times we've heard Lin Dunn speak is on the Dan Danich show. And that's what the problem is like, she's talking and she's like, oh, I think it's the system not getting her shots. Not even the system, is like, I think it's the system problem, not Christy Sides. And like, her, for some reason, like, loyalty towards Christy Sides is, I don't know. I don't know what her loyalty towards Christy Sides is. I don't know why she paid Katie Lou Samuelson a max contract, or near max contract. I don't know why she paid Erica Wheeler. I don't know why Christy Wallace is on the roster. I don't know why, a lot of things. I don't know why you're drafting Caitlin Clark, so you signed Demiris Dantas in free agency instead of Megan Gustafson. Like, you could have got Megan Gustafson. I think Especially you could, because she was Iowa, you could have just said, you know what? Because she's the same amount of money as Tamir Stantas. You could have actually just said to her, being like, look, you're going to be playing with Caitlin Clark. So we can pay you the same amount as Vegas. Come play with us. You're here long term. You're going to make Caitlin Clark more comfortable having another Iowa player. Having another Iowa player there. And I think in hindsight, whether it being drafting a Kate Martin in the second round or signing Megan Gustafson instead of Damaris Dantas, I think if Lin Dunn could have had a do-over, she probably would have made one of those two choices just to make Caitlin Clark more comfortable. Because maybe she is realizing just how exceptionally good Caitlin Clark is as a player. And to be fair, she probably also realized how exceptionally good Aaliyah Boston is and how the two of them are great, are genuinely great together. But that is something that I do like to see, where it's like, and you might be saying, oh, Caitlin Clark can fight her own battles. And it's fine. Like, again, trash talking does cross a line. But if you are an organization, if the trash talking gets like that, you got to step in. Like, I don't think Caitlin Clark herself would have any issue with that. But just from the standpoint of an organization, that's kind of where you're like, okay, we got to at least show our player that we're going to defend them. And when trash talking does cross a line and nothing's being done to stop it, it's not like an organization at least bringing it up. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. It's a bit different. Like, if it turns out that Caitlin Clark went complaining about it to Indiana, I don't hate it, but I wouldn't be the biggest fan. If it is just like the players around her, if it's the players around her, like this keeps happening and eventually it's gone to the league, cool. But you can see it recently in the league, and I don't think it is Lin Dunn's doing, but you can see the general sentiment towards Caitlin Clark, and I think it's when she's decided to stop, like basically say, you know what, I'm cool with not shooting the ball. I'm going to make every one of my teammates look better. And you're seeing like how much Aaliyah Boston loves playing with Caitlin Clark, how much Kelsey Mitchell likes playing with Caitlin Clark, like how much these other All-Stars just find it, how easy they find it playing with Caitlin. I think that probably has changed a lot of the sentiment. And then also the Caitlin and Kat Copper thing, where she made sure the ball didn't go and hit Copper. The fact that she's nothing but praise in her interviews towards every other player, and the fact that, look, we learned it from Chris Paul and Jason Kidd. We assume good passers are nice people. We assume people that are unselfish players are nice people. But yeah, it's like, I think that's also something that maybe changed the sentiment towards her. But it is nice to hear at least that Lin Dunn's trying to fight. Even if you don't believe that in the situation, even if you don't believe it's a right situation to go to the league about, or you don't believe that it should have been escalated, or even you don't believe that there's anything wrong with it at all, which is fine. But at least it shows that there are going to be scenarios where this team is going to look to defend their player. And you're seeing the teammates looking to do it. You're seeing like a really, really good, just a really, really good group of players. And look, if you are Indiana, make Caitlin Clark make Caitlin Clark as happy as possible there, and she's going to bring you a few rings, as I've said it plenty of times. And I'm like, Lin Dunn, I still do think Lin Dunn really has to get it right in the next 2 off seasons. But look, if Lin Dunn can get it right, and Caitlin Clark can stay with Aaliyah Boston, they can make a contender. I'm not joking. That would be the perfect scenario for all involved, including Caitlin Clark. Anyway, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.